The Warriors are hiding something from you. They're not done making moves. They just made the first big trade of the season, acquiring Dennis Schroder from the Brooklyn Nets. Nets trade Dennis Schroder to Warriors in exchange for DeAnthony Melton and future picks. Look at where the Warriors are in the standings right now. They're a legit contender. Acquiring Dennis Schroder was a genius move, and I believe that they got Dennis basically for nothing. DeAnthony Melton is already injured. He's not even supposed to play anymore this season. And I know giving away 3 future second-round picks is a big deal, but the Warriors are in a win-now mentality with Steph on the roster. Sham says Schroder is someone Stephen Curry, Steve Kerr, Draymond all advocated for. But surrounding this Dennis Schroder trade, the Warriors are hiding something very important. Why the timing of the Warriors trade for Dennis Schroder matters. So soon, what are the Warriors hiding? Why isn't it public knowledge? I'm about to tell you. If a player gets traded on or before December 16th and the receiving team uses an exception to acquire him, his contract can get aggregated either the day before the trade deadline or the day of the trade deadline. If a player gets traded on December 17th or later and the receiving team uses an exception to acquire him, his contract cannot get aggregated at the trade deadline. So you see here, Easy Buckets fans, the Warriors made a trade before December 16th because they're still ready to make more moves, even if these moves require Dennis Schroder. NBA rumors: Warriors remain active in pursuit of star player after Schroder trade. Sham says it himself, I'm told they remain active in the hunt for a star player and they can aggregate Schroder's contract in a bigger move later this season. So there's a possibility that Dennis Schroder might not even be on the Warriors by February. We have to monitor this situation. And right now, there's a secret star that we haven't heard much about that the Warriors are keeping an eye on. Shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring the channel. Easy Buckets fans, you need to get cheap tickets today on SeatGeek to go watch an NBA game this season. If you've never been to an NBA game, this is your chance because SeatGeek sells the best tickets on the market. What's special about SeatGeek is they sell tickets not only to basketball games, but any other sports games, any concerts, any music event. Use my code EasyBuckets on SeatGeek and get a discount today. And listen carefully, when you're buying your tickets on checkout, the tickets you'll notice are cheap, but then I'm giving you a promo discount code to make your tickets even cheaper. Use my code EasyBuckets on SeatGeek and you will get an extra $20 off your first purchase. Download the app, link is down below, go on the website and get your cheap tickets on SeatGeek today. Enjoy! NBA rumors: Warriors are the only reported Jimmy Butler suitor with realistic trade path. We know Jimmy Butler is the biggest star on the trade market right now. We heard officially that the Heat are listening to offers and there's a good chance, I would put it above 80%, that Jimmy Butler will be traded before the NBA trade deadline. League insiders continue to describe Golden State, as things currently stand, as the only team of the 4 most frequently mentioned as potential Butler suitors as having an interest in the 35-year-old that could eventually lead to some substantive trade talks. Houston and Dallas have not registered tangible interest in a Butler trade pursuit, while the aforementioned Suns could realistically only construct a workable offer for Butler if the Heat were willing to take on Bradley Beal. Miami, remember, had no shortage of reservations about Beal in the 2023 offseason and abruptly abandoned its interest in trading for him then, partly put out by the no-trade clause in Beal's deal, but also the sheer salary numbers involved. So it's very important to note that Butler has been listed to the Suns, the Mavericks, the Rockets, but the Warriors have the best trade package available because honestly, they have a lot of good assets that the Heat could actually want. Right off the bat, Andrew Wiggins would need to be included in any structure of a Butler deal, which is something the Warriors are not sold on. Wiggins have been a huge part of the team's core since arriving during the 2019-20 season, and the former first overall pick is having arguably the best season since the Warriors won their last title in 2022. Andrew Wiggins was amazing in the 2022 NBA championship season. He was crucial to their championship run, and it's true. This season, if you've been watching him play, Wiggins has definitely stepped up and been huge for the team's offense and defense, and he finally looks like he's playing basketball better than ever. And Warriors fans, you guys know what I'm talking about here because the last 2 seasons, ever since they won the championship, Wiggins has kind of taken a step down, but now it seems like he's back up to the caliber player he's expected to play. But I mentioned earlier that there's another star that the Warriors are keeping an eye on, and this news is about to break the NBA. Are the Warriors circling back on Paul George? This past offseason, the Warriors were reportedly close to acquiring Paul George from the Clippers, but the Philadelphia 76ers ended up landing Paul George on a 4-year deal. But NBA fans know that this year the 76ers have been in the hot seat. Look at where the Sixers are right now in the NBA standings. They're not even in the playoff picture. And fans are starting to believe that Paul George already is becoming unhappy in Philly, and because of all the drama Philly has, Paul George wants out. Things are also getting worse for Philly. Joel Embiid just experienced another injury. He got a sinus fracture, and things just seem like to keep getting worse for the 76ers. Even their rising superstar of Jared McCain just got hurt, and he's gonna be out indefinitely. We don't even know when he's gonna return. And speculation is arising that Paul George could be wanting out to join the Warriors. So we know that Paul George could have potentially been a Warrior this summer, but the Warriors reportedly would not include young player in Paul George offer. The Warriors were saying Jonathan Kuminga should not be in that deal, and that's why the deal ultimately did not work. But with the Warriors now being more vocal that they could trade Kuminga, they've made it clear they didn't re-sign him. Kuminga could be in that deal this season. The Warriors offered multiple combinations of expiring contracts, young players, and an unprotected 2027 first-round pick. The Clippers countered by asking for prized youngster Jonathan Kuminga. The Warriors resisted because Kuminga is so important to their own future, sources said, but also because they worried George wouldn't be as interesting in joining them if they gave up too much to get him. But things are totally different now, and the Sixers and Paul George are in a totally different boat. There is a chance that the Warriors and Sixers can open up these conversations. And if I have to be honest, if I had to choose between Paul George or Jimmy Butler, I would choose Paul George. But there's one more superstar in the NBA joining the Warriors that would make the league go insane. Warriors reunite with Kevin Durant in massive blockbuster trade scenario. Imagine if Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant were to reunite. I actually believe Kevin Durant and the Warriors now can win another championship together. Well, there you have it, folks. It is proven the Warriors are not done making moves, but I want to know your thoughts. Who will the Warriors trade for after this Dennis Schroder deal? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. But all eyes are on LeBron James right now because the Warriors are even reportedly thinking about trading for LeBron. If LeBron is unhappy in Los Angeles, Stephen Curry and LeBron could be teammates this season. We just made a video talking all about this topic, so check this out. But other than that, take it easy, God bless. See y'all next time on Easy Buckets. Peace.